The Ziff Who Came to Dinner feels like a really quick episode of The Simpsons, which I think is a good thing. This is the 14th episode of the 15th season, directed by Jim Reardon and Nancy Kruse. And it starts off with Homer taking the children to a horror film kind of accidentally. And I have to say, Baby Button Eyes, I love. I wish it was a real thing. I think it's fabulous. And then Artie comes to visit. And I won't say exactly how that comes about, but I thought it was very cleverly done and everything, flowed really well. And Artie is there because he's in a bit of a problem. He's in a bit of a sticky situation, and that ends up putting Homer in a difficult situation. And I don't want to say anything else about that just now, but I will in a moment mention a specific moment that I absolutely loved, but it does have a small spoiler in it, so I'll save that for now. But I didn't, when I watch an episode of The Simpsons, I try not to read anything about it beforehand. And when this first started and we had the horror film, I was thinking, what on earth, what's this episode going to be about? And I had no idea, and it really took me by surprise, and I wasn't expecting it. And I'm not the biggest fan of Artie as a character, but I often feel like he brings out the best in Homer, because Homer is obviously very protective of Marge. He doesn't want Artie to steal her. And I think it shows us Homer in various different lights, and I really enjoyed that. And I have to say, I didn't mind the character being in it. It's not a bad episode. It flowed well, and as I said, it felt really quick. Not rushed, but when it was over, I thought, wow, is that really finished already? Because I guess I was enjoying it quite a lot. And I think that's all I have to say. That's not a spoiler. So, spoilers from now, the moment that I really liked, and it's such a brief moment, but there's just something about the way it was executed. Maybe not the right word to use given the situation, because Homer is behind bars, Bart visits him, and Bart pretends to strangle himself in the style of Homer to make Homer feel better. And there was just something about Bart doing that was so lovely. Doing this seemingly selfless thing to make his father happy. And the pop-up book, I loved the pop-up book. I thought it was great. With regards to the ending, I thought it was quite interesting and not exactly what I'd expected. I don't know if that means we'll never see Artie Ziff again. I feel like we will, because The Simpsons, when somebody goes into that situation, it doesn't mean it's forever, as we've learned with various other characters. Patty and Selma played a decent role in this as well. I thought they were kind of cool. Cool's not the right word, but I liked the role, and having them in Moe's was just a little bit different because it's not something that we normally see. We don't normally see those characters in that environment. So in terms of how it was animated, I thought it was pretty good. Definitely not a bad episode at all.